Have you ever swirled a glass of wine and wondered, how does this happen? How does a simple grape transform into a wine that's so complex and captivating? Well, sit back and listen as I explain exactly how it's done. From the moment of harvest to the final cork, we're pulling back the curtain on the science and secrets to winemaking. This is a story of grape to glass. Welcome to the Filipino YouTube channel, where we create wine education videos for beginners and wine lovers. Section 1. The harvest. The story of wine begins with the most crucial choice a winemaker makes all year: when to pick the grapes. This single decision sets the stage for everything that follows. Pick too early, and the wine can be acidic and weak. Pick too late, and it might become an unbalanced, overly alcoholic wine. It's the culmination of a full year's work. Winemakers don't guess. They constantly taste grapes off the vine and use science to back up their senses. They measure sugar levels, known as Brix, to determine potential alcohol content. They test acidity, which gives wine a fresh structure. And they look for physiological ripeness, that perfect moment when the tannins, colors, and flavors are just right. The style of wine also plays a huge role. Grapes for a light sparkling wine are picked far earlier than those of a rich, full-bodied red. To keep the grapes pristine, the harvest often happens in the cool, early morning hours, sometimes even at night. This prevents them from heating up, which could start fermentation prematurely. Some wineries use machines for speed, while high-end producers often insist on hand-picking. This allows for careful selection, ensuring only the finest grape clusters are selected. Once picked, the grapes are rushed to the winery where their transformation begins. Section 2. The crush and press. Once the grapes arrive at the winery, the clock is ticking. First, they usually go through a destemmer, which separates the grapes from stems and leaves that can add bitter flavors. And right there, the path splits for red and white wine. For white wines, the goal is to separate the juice from the skins as quickly as possible. Grapes are pressed directly, where they are gently squeezed to release their clear juice, leaving the skins and seeds behind. This is what keeps white wine white and preserves its delicate, fruity flavors. You can even make white wine from red grapes this way. It's called Blanc de Noirs, or white from blacks. For red wines, it's the opposite. The skins are the prize. After being crushed just enough to break them open, the entire mix, juice, skins, seeds, and pulp, known as must, is sent to a fermentation tank. Why? Because all the color and huge amount of flavor and tannin live in the grape skins. This period of skin contact, called maturation, is the secret to a red wine's color, structure, and complexity. Section 3. Fermentation. This is where the real alchemy begins. Fermentation is the process where yeast consumes the sugar in the juice, converting it into alcohol and carbon dioxide. At its core, grape juice officially becomes wine. The type of yeast is a big stylistic choice. Some winemakers prefer wild, native, ambient yeasts found on the grapes and in the winery for the unique, complex flavors they can create. Others use cultured commercial yeasts for a reliable and consistent fermentation, ensuring the wine turns out precisely as planned. The process also differs for reds and whites. White wine is typically fermented at cooler temperatures in neutral containers like stainless steel tanks. This helps preserve the delicate floral and crisp fruit aromas. Red wine fermentation is more dramatic. It happens at warmer temperatures to extract color, flavor, and tannin from the skins. As yeast creates carbon dioxide, the gas pushes the skin to the surface, forming a thick layer called the cap. To ensure crucial skin contact, winemakers must manage the cap, either by punching it down with tools or by pumping over, where juice from the bottom is sprayed over the top. This constant mixing is vital for building a red wine's deep color and rich structure. By the way, If you're finding this journey as fascinating as we do, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. The secrets don't stop here. Section 4. The press. Once red wine fermentation is done, there's still a lot of wine trapped in that cap of grape skins. The wine that can be easily drained from the tank without squeezing is called free-run wine. It's often the highest quality, soft, smooth, and full of pure fruit flavors. But nothing goes to waste. The remaining solids are moved into a press for one last squeeze. This releases the press wine, which is much darker, more tannic, and a bit harsher than the free run. Winemakers will carefully separate the wine that comes out at different pressures. A light pressing might be blended back into free run wine to add more structure, while a hard press might be used in a different blend entirely. Section 5. Aging and maturation. After fermentation, you have wine, but it's far from finished. Now comes the aging process, or élevage, a time for the wine to mature, soften, and develop complexity. The two most common aging vessels are stainless steel and oak barrels. Stainless steel is completely neutral and airtight, making it perfect for preserving the fresh, primary fruit flavors in crisp whites like Sauvignon Blanc. Oak barrels do much more than just hold wine. Oak is slightly porous, allowing a tiny amount of oxygen to enter, which helps soften tannins and create a richer mouthfeel. The wood itself also imparts flavors and aromas, notes of vanilla, clove, and spice. The type of oak, its age, and the degree of toasting all contribute a unique signature to the wine. This is why many classic reds and full-bodied Chardonnays have such a creamy texture and complex finish. Section 6. The art of the blend. Very few wines are bottled from a single tank. One of the most artistic parts of winemaking is creating the final blend. This is where the winemaker combines wine from different grape varieties, vineyard blocks, or barrels to create a final product that's more balanced and complete than any single component. The goal is harmony. One batch of Cabernet Sauvignon might have pleasant aromatics but harsh tannins, so the winemaker blends in some Merlot to add softness. Or wine from one barrel might be beautifully aromatic, while another offers a richer texture. Blending them creates a wine that appeals to both the nose and the palate. This is a careful process of trial and error, tweaking combinations by a single percentage point to find the perfect synergy. Section 7. Clarification and bottling. The wine is almost ready, but it needs a final polish. After aging, wine can be cloudy due to harmless particles, such as dead yeast cells. To achieve the crystal clear look that most consumers expect, the wine is clarified. The gentlest method of clarification is racking, which involves siphoning the wine from one barrel to another, leaving sediment behind. For a clearer result, winemakers might use fining, where a substance like a special clay or egg whites is added to bind the cloudy particles and pull them to the bottom. Finally, some wines are filtered through a fine membrane. That said, some winemakers choose not to fine or filter their wines, believing it preserves more of the wine's original texture and flavor. The final step is bottling. The finished wine is carefully placed into bottles, sealed and labeled. The bottle is now a time capsule, holding the story of a specific place and year, ready to be enjoyed. The next time you pour a glass of wine, think about the incredible journey it took. Every step is a choice, a winemaking balance of tradition, science, and intuition. It's a testament to the passion that goes into every single bottle. Cheers to that. If you had fun unraveling the secrets of winemaking with us, be sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We've got plenty more stories from the world of wine to share with you.